Good evening, everybody. It's my proud privilege to be setting the ball rolling for this series of webinars on use of artificial intelligence in our day-to-day practice. And first of all, I'd like to share my gratitude and thanks to Dr. Talwar sir, and uh, congratulations again for your proud tenure, sir. And we hope to have your mentorship and your guidance for the series of webinars and much more to come in the coming forth the year. And sir has an extensive vision for doing things differently. It's not the same clinical and embryology, the embryo morphology, vitrification. This time we have started thinking out of the box. And the vision for artificial intelligence for day-to-day practice is very different from what would have come across to you or me in the first instance. It's not the use of AI to make our clinical or laboratory decision makings easier. Rather, it is embracing AI to make us whole. We are beyond clinicians and embryologists. We need to embrace AI in a synergical way, in a manner so that we can make our tasks and workflow efficient, whether it is having a webinar, whether it is doing literature review, whether it is publications, whether it is making presentations, and so on and so forth. So the intention of this series of webinar is to dig up tools, have industry experts who can guide us and show us how to use various tools. And believe me, when I say tools, there are n number of tools and they are coming in every single day. So by the time we are on to our next webinar, the tools that we'll be discussing today will perhaps already be obsolete. With that being said, we need to shed the discomfort of our comfort zone. We cannot envision a future without AI. So with that, I would want to get the ball rolling and invite Dr. Talwar, sir. Congratulations again for your tenure, sir. And we hope that we'll be able to do justice to your vision. If I can have you to introduce the webinar and set your vision for the coming year and so.
Thank you so much, Pranay. I think Shweta is there. Hi, Shweta. Shweta also joined, and we both.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Shweta.
Hello, Dr. Pranay.
So when we started this our tenure, we wanted to be different, and both, I think, Shweta and we planned in somewhere in October that we'll focus on machine learning. And I think the time has come to launch the program. Thank you, Shweta, for being with me. I think it's a very different subject. And
thank you, sir.
We spoke. Shweta said, okay, why are you moving away from machine learning as applied to the embryos, to the laboratories? Then we discussed, we made a plan, and today is our number one first meeting we are having. And thank you so much, Pranay, for taking it on. It wasn't an easy topic, and I think we decided, 7 months back, that you will be doing it for us. And thank you so much, Doel. How are you? Thank you so much for doing it for us. And then we have with us Dr. Dhaval Maheta, he's an expert in AI and machine learning. I can't see him, but I think he must be somewhere around. I'll just chase him up sometime.
I'm here, sir.
Hi, how are you, Dhaval? How are you? Thank you so much for coming and joining us. And we're grateful to you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then we have Ved Prakash. They have joined. We have Rahul Sen, Sanket Dhumal, Pratik Makhwana, and Pooja Avasthi. Are you all there, guys? Are you all there? Let's say hello to each other and then we kickstart the day. So,
good evening, sir.
So how many people have joined? Hi, Pooja. How are you doing?
I'm good, sir. Thank you so
Great.
much.
So,
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. So I've got a quick question for all of us. For one of the audience, can someone volunteer? Can you pick somebody, Pooja? Any youngster you can just pick up. Any youngster. I want to ask him a question. Not Pratik.
We have Ram Prakash with us. I just saw him.
Anyone. Just pick up someone. I want to ask one simple question and tell you why are we coming to this particular topic? What's the reason for this? So in case somebody can just come on the... Okay, in case somebody's shy, I'll ask a simple question. We carry so many mobile phones. Can you tell me an average data our mobile phone can carry or store? Simply, I want to ask you, what is the RAM of your mobile phone?
So, sir, RAM, I know you didn't want me to answer this question.
But okay, take on.
So the
RAM.
the
What RAM
the
mobile
RAM
phones we are using nowadays? What RAM mobile phones we use?
so the RAM of a phone would be the processing speed, which would be around 8 to 12 GBs or 16 GBs if it's an
Yeah.
Android phone.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. And how much is the hard disk capacity of your phone?
The phone, the hard disk capacity could be anywhere between 126 GB as standard, going up to 1 TB these days.
Yeah, correct. So 512 with an average
Yeah.
hard disk capacity. So guys, and this phone, which I'm carrying with me, is 512 and 12 GB. Good. It's an average phone nowadays. And we carry multiple phones. I've got 3, 4 phones all scattered here like a Satta Bazaar, no? We keep so many phones with us. Can someone tell me how strong was the chip on Apollo 11 mission? In case you don't know what Apollo 11 mission was, this was the one who took Neil Armstrong to the moon. What was the memory of the computer of that phone? Any guesses from anyone?
That's a trivia. It was your wild guess.
Yeah, it's a wild guess, but the very fact we are moving to machine learning has got complex algorithms are being solved, and we are going to apply so this all this problem solving for speech recognition. We're going to talk about online chat boxes, virtual assistants. This is what you both have to now take it on. Look at Google Maps; it works on machine learning. Look at Tesla navigation, works on machine learning. So can someone tell me? I've been given 4 minutes only. Pranay is looking at me in a very angry mode. Pranay,
No, not at all, sir. I love the trivia because, we think in objective manner. We need your guidance and your experience to infuse these anecdotes which are so relevant. We will not be able to think out of the box. We just stick to
white hairs, white hairs. You guys are young. I got some white hairs. So can anyone tell me how powerful was the computer chip which could land a man on the moon? It was 4 KB RAM. 4 KB. 4 KB RAM. 32 KB hard drive. And the man could go to moon and come back. Dr. Ved is smiling. It weighed, can someone tell me the weight of that machine? It will weigh 30 kgs. 30 किलो का था, सोचो. 30 kgs, 4 KB RAM and 32 KB hard drive, 30 kgs. And the size was what? Size was 30 into 30, 60 into 30 into 15 centimeter. This much big. 30 किलो का मून पे गया 4 KB के अंदर. और अभी हम कितना इंफॉर्मेशन we carry on our phones. So guys, our phones have to offer they offer us a lot of things. A lot of information is there, but we don't know how to take out that information. Like our mind gets around 70,000 thoughts per day. Our mind is processing 32 GB of data every day, and we're getting confused because our mind is not like a supercomputer. It doesn't. We don't have a machine inside our mind. So we thought that from Indian Fertility Society, we'll lead on this thing and educate people about various aspects of machine learning and complex algorithms simplified. So we'll be having series of these things, Pranay, as you have agreed. And now we have Dr. Ved also here, and Pati, Doel, Pooja, all are here. I think the plan will be to have this on 3 weekly basis for all of the people. And today we go to basic introduction. I bored you all with the trivia. But next time onwards, we'll go to very, very serious issues. So we'll be teaching you how to utilize the chat GPT. Pranay taught me how to use chat GPT. I'm grateful to you, Pranay. How to use virtual assistants, how do they work, how to simplify your practice, what is precision medicine. So we'll be using that. And definitely, yes, we are not talking about much of embryo grading and lab work. That is only for embryology. So only a small part of it. So it's going to be having a more global sort of an outlook. And we'll also be starting, Pranay, as we have launched Kahoot. In machine learning, we'll be launching bulletins and multiple bulletins on every 3 weekly basis so that people are able to understand how do they embrace the technology. Technology is there, we want to embrace, but we are shy. हम डर जाते हैं. How to utilize that technology for a daily working. That will be my aim. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Shweta, for supporting me in this cause. And guys, I wish you all the best. Go ahead, all yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I think Dr. Dhaval Maheta, he has a prior obligation, so we'll shuffle the series of the talks. We'll have Dr. Dhaval Maheta first, and for that, I would like to ask Doel to have the introduction for Dr. Dhaval Maheta. It is indeed an honor to have him on board with us because he is an industry expert. Doel, can you do
Is,
the?
is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
So I have the honor of being Dr. Dhaval Mehta's batchmate. So we had done our engineering together. So currently he's a professor at Department of, just a minute, yes. I have to admit a few people. Okay. So
Don't worry about it.
No
We'll
worry,
do-
ma'am. We will take care.
Yeah.
So he's a professor at Department of Business and Industrial Management at V. Narmad South Gujarat University at Surat. He has done his BE, like I mentioned, and is a PhD in management. He has over 22 years of experience in academia and corporate sector. Has had previous consultancy roles in ICICI and HDFC. His expertise is, multifold, quantitative methods. He has books on it, financial management, production management, research methodology, blah, blah, and so many more. This is the shorter form of his CV, by the way. Achievements, he has presented and published over 40 research papers, authored several books on special topics I know of are for sure, and established a YouTube channel. We people, when we think of a YouTube channel, organically reaching 1,000 is a milestone on the number of subscribers. But for him, his channel has over 1,000 DIY tutorials on how to use AI on various aspects of your work. And his contribution has been towards research methodology workshops. He is very actively involved, and I was blessed to have attended one such, and I have found it actually very useful. And he has trained over 10,000 individuals. So I would let Dhaval take over the stage and stop sharing. Dhaval, now you can take over.
Thank you. So I'll share my screen. Is the screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll switch off my video and straightforward, I'll start with the tools only. The first tool which I want to introduce to all of you is Carrot Square. These are all AI tools which I'll be discussing. So in your field, you must be frisking a lot of papers. So in Carrot Square, if you are dealing with medical sciences, then you activate the PubMed. From here, the filters can be activated depending upon your relevance, that what type of searches you want. Let's say you want to carry out the search on relationship between IUI success rate. Just write down this much only. Enter. I will share everything with you. Each and everything I'll share in PDF format. Now it will cluster, the documents on the basis of some similarity. For example, semen parameters including volumes, 3 documents are there. Relation between endometriosis, 3 documents are there. Please forgive me because I am from statistics and machine learning and artificial intelligence background. You are from medicine. So if I spell anything incorrect, please forgive me. So just you click on this tree map. Again, you will get the clusters that you want to search the document on what basis. The same thing you can develop in the form of pie chart. This pie chart is very dynamic. So this is the first cluster. Then you click on the second cluster and all the relevant papers or the key information will be given to you here. Is it clear? Shall I proceed further? This is one. In total, there are 50 AI tools which are available in the market. I'll go for the next one, and that is Heuristica. Heuristica AI. Click on it. Get started. Doel ma'am, what was that term? Glaston, what was that term which you said?
The one that I shared you was for IUI. You want the other terms?
No, Blaston, what was it?
Blastination rate.
Blastination rate.
Blast, TU, BLASTU.
BLS.
BLASTU TU
TU
LATI.
N.
No, L as in London. LATION.
That's
Great.
fine.
Yes, that's
Now,
right.
now see how it's working. Just click on explore. Now keep it aside and see on the right hand side, all the prompts are readily available. Now I want to understand that what is blastulation. I'll click on what. It will start creating its concept maps. It will start writing on it. Now click on add to concept map. Keep it on the other side. Minimize it. Now you want to see that what are the current researches which are going on. Make sure that this tab is active. Click on research and click on the recent developments. And it will give you all the recent developments which are going across the world about it. Add to concept maps. You want to search the relevant books on it. Activate this tab and go in research, books. It will start giving you the books which you should read for this particular concept. So these are the books which are available. Still, if you want to know more about it, so there are examples, controversial, significant researches which are being done in this area. So in this also, you will be having number of significance. Which type of significance you are looking for? Are you looking for general significance, practical, theoretical? Let's say theoretical significance, activate it, and it will start giving you the result. Add to concept. Done. Now it is very easy to copy this also. Just click on the three dots, copy to clipboard, and you'll be able to bring on your Word file and you can edit it. Next tool, which I'm going to discuss is Herzing, also known as publish or perish. Many times we are having a problem that we are not able to get the good papers. So this publish or perish is an open, just a minute, I'll close it so that this noise does not come quite frequently. Okay. So in this is an open source, activate PubMed. In this, write down the terms on which you are searching for the paper, blastulation. Write down keywords, blastulation. Here, you can specify the years for which you want to search the paper. So 2015 to 2022. Yeah, 2023. Search. The search will be initiated and you will get all the papers which are having a keyword blastulation. Now, it will not stop here. It will not stop here. Click on any paper and on right hand side, it will give you the details. You can open the publisher versions from here, And if the PDF file is available, you will be able to download it directly, provided it is available. In case if it is not available, then there is a way out to it also. Listen very carefully. In case if this is not available, pick up the DOI of this paper and go to the another AI tool. I'll share that also. Now, let's say you have these are all the relevant papers which you have picked up. Now, what do you have to do? From here, you save the results in BibTeX format. Why I'm saying this? Because these papers will help you to search more reference papers. So what I will do, I'll save this as BibTeX format. Let's say that this is related to blastulation, and I will save it. I will save it in BibTeX format. Okay. Now the query that the paper was not available. So in that case, what you will do, you will go on the another AI tool, Paperity AI. They are having the compilation of all the free papers which are available, which are available. Click on AI and the society. Now write down here. You can see the paper is ready. Now click on it. The paper is available. Here is the paper and just press this. Just press this and it will ask you the destination and you can download it. Done. Now the paper is available with you. See? Now why I'm saying why you should save this paper, because I'm going to connect See, basically, we will have to understand that we will have to create the pipeline of AIs. One AI will not serve the purpose. We will have to create the pipeline that after downloading one paper, taking the reference papers from it, we will create the network of the papers and then we will summarize it. So next thing which is coming up on your screen is citation Jacko. Citation Jacko. Click on the second link. Start discovering the papers. So there are 4 ways in which you can bring the citation here. Import from BibTeX. Now, if I click on import from BibTeX, choose the file, just try to recall that the file which I had saved from Herzing, that is publisher Paris, I can link it here. Okay, this is one method. The second method is that instead of linking it, I can carry out the search directly here also. Search for the papers right down here. Doel ma'am, am I audible, no?
Yes, you're audible.
Blastulation, search. Now see what this can create for us. So it will give me all the papers. Let's say all the papers are relevant for me. I will click here and add selected as a seed paper. See, seed paper is my base paper, the paper from which I am carrying out my further study. Add selected as seed paper. Done. Click outside this canvas. Now it will give me the dot diagram. Now what this diagram is, let's understand. When I click on any particular paper, let's say this one or this one. So when I click on this paper, the current paper, it will give me the references of all other papers that this paper created in 2022. It's having a base from 2020. So there are references for 2020, 2019, 18. Now this is a 2D diagram. I can immediately convert this into 3D diagram. On right hand side, click on it and you will find the galaxy of the paper, entire paper of all the papers of blastulation. Now how it's working, how this galaxy is working. See, this is the base paper and these are its reference paper. You can click on any one of the paper and press this. It will directly take you to the location where this paper is available. In case if you feel that this paper is also the paper which should be the base paper, then what you should do, make this also as a seed, right? So searching a papers nowadays is very easy. Now this is the one type of search which can be initiated. The second type of search, and it's very powerful, it is Research Rabbit. Click on it. Click on Research Rabbit. Now I'll click on this Add Papers. I'll write down the title. Again, I'll write the same thing. And search. So again, it will start searching for the papers, right? If I feel that this paper is very relevant to me, add to the collection 1. Add to the collection 2. Add to the collection 3. Let's say 3 papers we select, not more than that. Now cross it. Now why this is so useful, let's understand. These 3 papers you found very useful in which the current research is being done. Now it's not possible for you to go on searching in the library the other papers which are similar to it. So Research Rabbit solves all your problem. Click on the similar work it will create the entire network diagram in front of you. See this. Now you can arrange according to the timeline that which is the most relevant research which is being conducted. Now it will go on creating layers. You want to find out who are these authors which are working on this particular topic. Click on these authors. So you will get the authors. Now you feel that this particular person has done a very noteworthy work in this area. Click on it. It will show you, it will show the published work of this person, right? Again, a network diagram will. Now, if the PDF file is also available, let's say that let's say that this particular paper, you can see here the PDF, it's available. Click on it and immediately it will download the PDF on your system. Done. You got the paper, right? Now, next AI tool. It is Elicit. Very interesting tool, Elicit. And it is used more by medical practitioners. Enter. The papers are ready. I know that it is very difficult to read all these papers. So it gives me the summary of top 4 papers directly. See this. Summary of top 4 papers. Now, when you are writing any paper, you will have to give the literature review in the Excel format. So this does it for you very easily. See, this is the paper, abstract summary. You want to have a main findings, click on it. Main findings are ready. See, it goes on giving in Excel format, right? What was a methodology which was being adopted? Done. The methodology being adopted. Okay. You can go on adding it, the limitations, everything, you go on adding it. So this is Elicit. You can copy this entire thing in Excel format and your literature is ready. Now, how to talk with the papers, right? I'm using the right word, how to talk with the papers. So for this, we are having Chat PDF. Don't use Chat GPT, use Chat PDF. You can talk with your papers directly. Click on Chat PDF, activate this. And in this, the paper which you had downloaded, right? From Citation, Jacko or Publisher Paris, anywhere, from where you downloaded the paper, link this paper here. Once the paper is connected, you can start chatting with the paper. Okay. See, it has started giving you the summary that what can be the possible prompts. If you're working in ChatGPT, then you will have to make the prompts. I also give the lecture on prompt engineering, that how refined the prompts can be. So there is a saying that these days the English is a new programming language. How refined your prompts are, on that basis you will get the output. So this Chat PDF, it will create the prompts for you that you can ask this. In case if you feel that no, I don't want to work on this prompt, just click on summarize the entire paper. It will start writing the summary of the paper. Done. What is a research methodology which is adopted? The research methodology which is being adopted. Please suggest some more papers from here. Some more papers. And these are all authentic papers. In ChatGPT, there are chances that you will get the papers which don't exist. Here, there are no chances. It will give you very genuine 100% correct result. So in the language of prompt engineering, if any prompts create nonsense results, it is known as hallucinations. You may be having a different meaning in medicine, but here, if it generates nonsense results, the right word is, it is known as hallucinations. So this is chat PDF. Next is edit PDF. This has been made more powerful than edit GPT, sorry. It has been made more powerful than chat PDF also. Click on it. Click on the document. Let's say after doing all this, you wrote one paper and you feel that you want to do some grammatical corrections of this paper. So, not this one. Let me take one paper written by me only. Now what I'll do, I'll just copy it from here and take it in Edit GPT, Control V. So here we are having an option of grammar, proofreading for the grammar, light checking, proofread, natural, fix only the awkward parts. Click on it. It will start fixing the awkward parts. It has started correcting on its own. Done. Once this is done, if you feel that these are the changes which should be done, accept all. And it has written the grammatically correct paragraph. Some more prompts are available. Click here. So light editing, heavier editing, change the tone, regions and standards. So in medicine, I'm not aware about what type of citations you are using, but in our social science, we are using MLS 6 and MLS 7. So industry specific, which type of prompts you want. Done. Next is that you will require some images to be included in your presentation, or there is a poster pair presentation competition which is there, in which you require the images, specific images which are related to the medicine. So there is one app, BioRender, specifically only for medicine. Does it work or not? I don't know, but the name is BioRender only. And I had created the login. Yeah. So here is it. All the templates are readily available. Start with a template. Here the templates are there. See all BioRender templates. I am not able to understand even 1% of this templates, but you will be able to understand, right? So use it. I also give the lecture to the interior decorators. So they are having their own AI tools. This is a tools which are relevant for only medicine part. Okay. Next tool which is coming up on your screen is Lumina Chat. See, the problem of ChatGPT is that it has not been customized. The temperature and the tone has not been set according to the relevant disciplines. Whatever which I am giving to you, these are specific to your field. So Lumina Chat. In this, enter. It will start synthesizing the concept, as well as it will do the citation also. See this. The citation from where it has been written. It will go on giving you the references. Now click on any one of them and you will be able to see that it has been written from this particular. On the right hand side, it will give you the paper. Right? So the concept, as well as the paper. Both are in front of you. Both you can download. So now this days prompt engineering is known as RAG, retrieval augmented generation. One is one is retrieving the information. In Google, we were only retrieving the information. There was nothing like generation. In prompting, from the existing information, a new information has to be generated. So this is retrieval and this is generation. So these tools are working on RAG. Okay, these tools are working on RAG. Now, you have collected the data. Let's say you have collected the data and you want to analyze it and you want to use the AI tool for analyzing it. So there is one tool which is Julius AI. Doel ma'am, how much time I am having left? How much time left?
Pranay?
5 minutes?
Yes,
Uh,
John.
Yeah,
Okay.
perhaps.
Yeah. So this is Julius AI. Now, this particular AI app is having a power that you can upload the exe file. Okay, you can upload the exe file. Done. Now press enter. Wait a minute. Meanwhile, I'll show you the another tool. Let it work. It's Julius AI only. Okay, let it get loaded. I'll show you the next tool, which is Jenny AI. Now, this tool has been made in such a way that let's say you want to write the counter argument for anything. You started writing a statement and now you want a contradicting argument on this new document on what you want to write. So start writing. Okay, it will start writing on its own. See, blast relation in embryology. Now, if you accept this, you have to just press enter. See, it will give you the warning message. A warning message will appear. Do you accept this? Just a minute, it will appear. Okay, here it has appeared. I accept it. Now again, it will start writing. Okay. I suppose if you want to change this, then press Ctrl J. It will start spinning. Now it will ask that suppose you did not like this particular thing. What do you want to do? So you want to say that write the opposing argument of the previous statement. So it will write the opposing argument with the references. Now, why it is giving me the error? Because I have used it so many times. So it gives me the error. If you are working for the first time, nothing, definitely it will give to you. It will also give the references of all those things which are generated. Of course, it is in the paid version. So it will give you the references also, that from where it has been created. Okay. And the papers will appear here. Now here at present, this is not working. Otherwise, I would have shown you. Just a minute. I will try to upload exe file. Then it will not create any problem. Okay. Summarize the above data. Started. AI has started interacting with the data. It will directly give you everything. Summarize the about it. It will give you the descriptive statistics. It will write the command. You don't worry about the command at bottom. It will give you the outputs. Now it will give you the output. Here is it. See, it started writing the summary with the table. Okay, this is your summary. Now, if you want to frame the null hypothesis, just write down frame the null, identify the pattern in the particular disease, and it will start identifying the pattern according to the age group, gender, that this particular disease is found here, that way. Now, one more AI tool, which is only used for the medical practitioners, is NetNext. NetNext AI. Just a minute, I'm withdrawing for 1 second, not more than that. Yeah, sharing a screen again with you. This one, NextNet. Click on it. Discover hidden connections, biomedicines, and life science. Get started. Click here. Here. Write down blastulation, search. So it will tell you all the relevant areas which are to be covered for this. It will create the network of this particular concept. Right? Now, how is it useful to us? Click on any one of the node and it will give you the paper. Just click on it. Right? From here, you can select any other node, again another node, again another node. And from here, you can see the results. Okay, you can see the results. No, Anita ma'am, there will not be any copyright issues. There will not be any copyright issues. Okay, the last one, I know the time is over. The last one is Leonardo AI. So you want to create some art art in your presentation, or you want to include some diagrams into your presentation. So there is one app which is Leonardo, completely free. Every day you will get 150 tokens free. Click on it. Okay, now in this we are having image generation. I will have to give the prompts here. Okay, so this is the interior decoration prompts when I give the lecture to interior decorators. These are the prompts which are the prompts which generated these images. Okay. Now let me enter a prompt here and let's see the result. Okay. So this is a prompt which I will include in it. Generate. It will start generating 4 images. Yeah, time is up. I'll stop sharing now. Just a minute, just 1 second, 2-3 seconds more. So you can see what it generates for you. Okay, so this was from my side. Thank you. In last, I just want to share my YouTube channel, which can be definitely useful to all of you, in which I have talked about machine learning using.
Hello.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
So this is my channel. You can go in playlist. You'll find the tutorials on all the machine learning, Power BI, Tableau, everything you will find here. So if you want to stay connected with me in last, and just this is my contact details. You can take the screenshot of it. I am putting it on the chat box also. And thank you, Doel ma'am, for inviting me. Thank you. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you so much, Dhaval. I think it was bombardment of a lot of AI tools, and it's just like a trailer of what we actually have. So that was, I know this is just a very small bit of so many things which are available on the market. It's just about going there, figuring out which ones to use. And yes, it does help to see it online yourself. We might have heard about so many tools, but we never try that. So after speaking with Pranay last week, I tried couple of generative AI for diagrams and all, and it did work pretty well. I'll show it in the next lecture probably. Okay. Thank you so much, Dhaval.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pankaj sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pranay sir, for inviting me to your esteemed platform. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhaval, sir. And like Doel said, it was indeed a whirlwind buffet of various tools. And I had the same feeling that I had when I moved from class 10 to class 11th, and I could not wrap my head around the Vidya Mandir physics classes. And so, the level of difficulty. So, yeah, the tools are there, they're ever changing. Like, even when we looked at your Google, the page results, we could make out that the versions have changed from the last time that you have access. So, everything is ever changing. We have some questions, but Paras would like to take the questions at the end because we have 2 more presentations. The second one being Doel herself. Before she starts her presentation, I would like to thank her. When I was given the task of bringing these series of webinars to fruition, I could not think of anybody else other than Doel, because this is a topic that is close to her heart. She has the correct background for it, and it is a topic that entices her. So I mean, I knew before asking her that she would be on board, and she indeed was. Not even a day into the discussions for the webinar, and she had a whole plan chalked up for it. And I'm so fortunate to have Dr. Talwar as a mentor and Doel as my co-coordinator for this series of webinars. So much to learn. I have my presentation at last, and you would be able to fathom, you would be able to see that the tools are so immersive that I will not be able to just stop the presentation, and I'll perhaps have to cut down at the presentation due to time restriction, like perhaps Doel would and Dr. Dhaval had to. So without further ado, Doel, uh, no scope for introductions in this crisp series of webinars. We would not want to waste the audience time, but Doel is a very good friend. She is one of the best embryologists that I've come across in India. Always up for a chat. She is ready for adopting all new technologies with given enough evidence for their application, and use of AI in for her. She is actually working towards a PhD, and her PhD thesis, the part of her PhD thesis is looking at blastocyst images, and we know of tools like Life Whisperer and others, and she is perhaps working with one of these companies to bring a thesis to fruition. So without further ado, Doel, your presentation on artificial intelligence and introduction.
So the question to all of you, I hope you can't see my presenter's note. Can you?
No, we can't.
I'll take the permission, all of you. Thank you. I'm leaving because I'm having another workshop. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dhaval.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you so much, Pranay, for that extraordinary introduction. I hope you did not use Chat GPT to write that. And thank you so much, Pankaj sir. Let's get moving. All right. So I think when I talk about AI and when I think about AI, it is akin bamboo shoots. Just like bamboo shoots, first they go, first the lateral roots are laid for many years. And then all of a sudden they start shooting at an astounding rate of almost 2.5 feet a day at times. So AI is almost like that. For us, I think it is important to know history of everything before we actually understand what this technology is. Because if we don't understand how we came about it, we will not be able to appreciate or even judge whether the price for which it is being offered is too less, too more, or whatever. So we started with computers. We all know computers were in 1822 was the first computer. It was more like a sophisticated calculators, fancy calculators. But the main problem was computers could not store this information. They could not, imagine learning addition, multiplication, and thinking that next day you will start with calculus and integration, and next day you forget everything again because you don't have a memory. So this is where the revolution in electronics and all those things came, and we came up with things like punch cards, drum, magnetic core memory. So we started from this huge, big room-like thing. This, by the way, are punch cards, which was in early 1940s, where everything that you did in a computer was stored in external memory slots. This is what Pankaj sir was talking about in memory slots. Then came in early 1936, Alan Matheson Turing. He was the rightly called the father of modern computer science and artificial intelligence, where we figured by that time that computers and computation is not just about an algorithm. It is also about the memory, and it is about doing that algorithm over and over. So he hypothesized that computing anything is computable. So for him, it was like if you have an ability to write a logic for adding a few numbers, then that logic itself can be computed and can be written in the form of an algorithm. So this is to pay homage to a brilliant mind. This is Sir Alan Turing. And this machine that he is posing in front of is the bomb. This was a code breaking machine which was used in the World War II It was used to break the German code Enigma, and a wonderful movie based on his life. For all the movie enthusiasts, you have something to watch over the weekend. This is an excellent movie based on his life and his achievements and, unfortunately, his untimely death. Without discussing about John McCarthy, the father of AI, the discussion on artificial intelligence would be incomplete. He was the actual one who is the godfather of AI. So after the initial years of AI, it kind of went silent. Then John McCarthy was the one who pioneered this entire field. And a brief on the timeline of AI. I know it's 8, whatever, it's close to our dinner time. But we should appreciate the fact that the AI technology is artificial intelligence, and it did not come into existence until 1943, where the artificial neuron was first developed. The birth of AI is considered to be 1943. That is the year in which formally AI, the term came in, the concept came in. The term came in 1956, but the concept came in 1943. Then slowly and gradually, we all know 1997. So IBM had heavily invested in AI technologies. And we know of Gary Kasparov, who was defeated by IBM's Deep Blue in 1997. And 2002 is when we had ChatGPT, and that kind of like the saying, and the rest is history. So ChatGPT is generative AI. And a lot of things, generative AI is when you are not seeking information, it is generating information for you, right? I will not bore you with cognitive, just one slide on if we want to divide a cognitive skill, what makes us intelligent? This is just parts of it. So how artificial intelligence comes to even thinking, generating is, it divides every task that human intelligence does and tries to write algorithms for it. So thinking, memory, perception, language, attention, all this is what gives us our cognitive skills. Let's move forward. AI behind the scenes. So in today's date, there are so many examples where AI is helping us in so many things. And sometimes we know that it is of AI and sometimes we don't, but we have accepted it. Like financial fraud detection, language translation. I myself, in the last 8 years, have used Google's language translation, and I have seen drastic improvement in the language translation in the last 2 to 3 years, because that is how open source and everything comes together to give you better services. Navigation apps, smartphone camera filters. So facial recognition is the one that we kind of use for smartphone camera filters, but we also use it for identifying intrusion in the house through our cams. Okay, then autofill, autocorrect, voice assistant, all of this, e-commerce recommendation, Uber, this is all based on AI technology. So when we talk about AI, it's not just ChatGPT. So what are the domains, or what are the big chunks on which AI is interplaying? So we have computer vision, we have natural language. So just like what Dr. Dhaval said, initially, computer languages were very difficult to learn for any person. So we had C, C++, Java. So you would learn those languages and write a code in that language, and your computer would give you output based on what you wrote. Now, you can just simply say in simple English, write me a code to, add numbers from so and so, and it will generate code for you. So that is what natural language can do for you. Speech recognition, a huge part of it is in medical practice. In US and UK, I have heard of many clinics where doctors simply record the conversation. You don't need very hi-fi specialized apps. They have transcription services. You just seek permission from your patient, start the recording while you are talking, interacting with the patient, and just after the entire conversation, the entire transcript comes populated with first person, second person names, and you can also summarize it. I think I'll try it once, and then we can include this kind of a tool in the future sessions for us to know which one is, because there are plenty of such tools. So we should know which ones are good for us, which ones give us better result. Now, moving to computer vision and image processing. So basically, this is what, when we spoke about AI in embryology or even AI in medical science, the first thing that came into a picture was computer vision. This domain was the one which was utilized first and foremost in the medical area. So what is computer vision? So it is basically that branch of AI where it lets the computer see and perceive information in terms of images, video feed, any other visual input. And it gives you recommendation as well as information based on that. Just give me a second, I have to minimize this. Okay. And it also takes action based on whatever input it sees through its camera or through whatever video or image feed. So we all know there is image recognition is used in retail. Image recognition is used in agriculture. This, by the way, is a farmland in India. So a drone equipped with an AI technology can inspect the crop at multifold speed than doing it manually, by foot, if you're traveling by foot. So this kind of technology is, this has solved so many problems for many farmers. Of course, there's a price tag associated with all of it, but as we see, slowly and gradually, everything will become affordable. Image recognition and manufacturing. This can surpass a human in quality checks, by many folds, because machines are faster, they don't get fatigued, they don't take leaves. So this is image recognition in manufacturing. The entire image recognition industry is a multi-billion industry and it is increasing at the rate of almost 32.3 CAGR, which is a very high rate. Image recognition in logistics. Forget about getting one-day Amazon Prime parcels without this technology. This is the speed. This is, the main use that Amazon and all the other logistic companies are making to deliver things, without fail at your place at such super fast speed. Imagine Blinkit, Swiggy, 7 minutes just before you are even done paying, it comes to your doorstep. So this is what image recognition and logistic does for you. Imagine doing this for your living. For people who think AI is taking away your jobs, imagine going on a site. These are engineers who are actually looking into the building structure and seeing the cracks on the building. So a drone, which is powered with an AI technology, can do this at much faster, and this is much safer for everybody. Security, again, it is not just for facial filters. Missing children. Delhi police traced 3,000 missing children in just 4 days using a trial version of a facial recognition in 2018. That was like 6 years back. So imagine what you can do now. So Ludhiana police launched Gumshuda app. Here, this is AI used. In this app, if you enter a missing child's information, so this app has an ability to network with all the other public domain cameras, and it can search for that missing. So this is hope for us. So basically, in short, AI is not to be threatened with. We have to invest. This is AI today is in its youth stage. We have to train it with a lot of data. We have to believe in its potential, and then we will be able to sprint forward. So before I end, I'll just show a small demonstration on how to make good, nice presentations. And I hope all doctors will find it useful.
Hello everyone, I am Doel, and today I'm going to teach you how to go from a plain, simple PowerPoint presentation to a fancy designer PowerPoint presentation in just a matter of few clicks. For this, we will be using AI-based technology, which is integrated with Microsoft PowerPoint. So open up the PowerPoint presentation on your desktop, like I have done so. Open a browser window and type in Office 365 online. Press enter and it will bring in a couple of options, not exactly in the same order, but you can go and choose the Microsoft 365 login. This will bring you to the Office 365 Cloud dashboard. You can choose the presentation option, which is the second option here. This will open up a blank Microsoft Office PowerPoint. Now, go back to the presentation you had opened on your desktop. Choose the first slide from the slide pane. Select all the slides, and it is best to use a Control A to select all the slides and Control C for copying all the slides. As you see, all the slides are selected now. Now go back to the Office 365 online, choose the first slide and do a Control V to paste all the selected slides. This will copy your entire presentation to the Office 365 cloud. Now you need to choose the designer option, which is on the top rightmost corner, like you can see here on the screen. This will bring up a designer pane on the right-hand side of the window, which has many AI-based suggestions for improving your PowerPoint slides. Like I mentioned, this is an AI-based suggestion. So based on the content of your slide, it is going to suggest you a few images. For example, because of the canine word in this slide, it is going to show you some dog images to choose from. Also remember that some of these slides are premium, so not available for free use. However, as you scroll down, you see the See More Design Ideas option with many other options. Now you can repeat the same steps for all the other slides. It is fascinating to see how the AI tool can read through the context of the slide and accordingly suggest appropriate shape paths. As you can see, the tool is pretty addictive. You can see simple plain presentation being transformed to something which is pretty nice and fancy just by a few clicks. Once you are done with all the slides, you can save this presentation as by choosing File Save As and choose the Download a Copy to your computer option. This will bring up a dialog box and then you can choose the location where you want to save this presentation on your desktop or laptop. Now you can open up individual slides and change the font color, size as per your choice and only if you wish. Some tips on the font size and style. Always choose a sans serif font because it is more readable from a distance. For the font size, choose a size of 16 points or more at least to make the slide more readable from a distance. Thank you so much for your time and I hope you found this information useful.
Okay. I am done.
Thank you, Doel. If the chairpersons want to add something, user questions, delegate questions,
Yeah, I
Pooja,
think I
Prateek,
have
Sanket.
one thing to add. Doel has made it very easier for us to make PPTs for conferences now.
I'll come to that in my
PPTs,
presentation. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
congratulations, Deol. It's a wonderful presentation. And I feel you are kind of making us more acceptable for the coming AI tools, which I think I feel in a clinical scenario, we are a little bit afraid of the AI things. So you're keeping our mind a little bit, just giving us a little bit of these.
I will make you guys
areas
lazy.
not lazy, I think more efficient, I feel. Yeah, thank you so much.
So can I start with my presentation because I think we'll need to.
One moment, Pranay. Can I
Sure.
add something here?
Sure,
Yeah.
Sanket,
Yeah. Thanks, Doel. That was wonderful as usual, and thanks for that Dhaval also because he has like give us a lot of options. Like as Pranay said, a lot of buffet over there. We can choose what we want, and I think Pratik is also very happy after looking at because you can use it for like Leonardo, whatever you saw there is like really
Yeah.
Content creation.
yeah, because we guys were hanging out with this IIT guys to learn what Minitab is, what SPS is, how it works, and all those days are gone now because it is very handy now. And thanks for bringing this, no, very interesting topics for us. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And without further ado, I just want to start the last presentation for the day. It is something that is a little closer to the topic, AI in reproductive medicine. I'll not be using or highlighting various tools, and I'll just get right into it. Can you see the first slide? So AI in reproductive medicine.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. So Dr. Talwar rightly said, what we envision in the future, not so remote future, we want automation. We want tasks that we do time in and time out, redundant tasks, manual labor to be automated. The other thing that we want is precision embryology. In the sense, we want to take guesswork out of embryology. There's a lot of things in embryology in the laboratory workflow that we take a call for, whether it is choosing the embryo, whether it is choosing amongst millions, thousands of sperms during ICSI, whether it is choosing the site for assisted hatching for either FET assisted hatching or for the correct site for embryo biopsy. These are all things that we're taking a call on. If we were gathered in a room, 10 of us, all 10 of us would have different calls on whether how to go about doing it. So we want to take out the guesswork from embryology. And the third thing that we want is we want medicine to be more personalized. But when I asked myself, what do I want from AI? This was a question that I asked myself yesterday, and I really just wanted to get done with this presentation. So I went to one of the free AI tools. I gave in the prompts. I wanted a presentation on AI in reproductive medicine. I wanted it to be in English, neutral tone. It let me choose the title for the presentation. I chose how long it would be and how detailed it would be. And that was it. These were the only things that I fed in. And lo and behold, we had 10 slides. So this is the introductory slide, then table of contents, introduction. I'm not going to delve into it because my presentation is different. Applications of AI, benefits, challenges and concerns, implications of AI. And this was the concluding slide. And you can see that it has done a decent job. I mean, right from extracting and literature, preparing script and choosing the right images. It has, I mean, if I were to make a presentation 2 hours before this webinar, I perhaps would be able to do a half decent job. But for an August audience, August gathering like today's, I'm pretty sure this won't cut it. So I decided, no, this wasn't what I would. And in a way, it was nice that I was happy that AI is not taking over my job. It is, if I am, or any of us are considered to be reputed speakers, we are not losing our jobs anyways in the near future. And that's how we envision AI to be. It was unfortunate that we couldn't exploit the software tool to make the entire PPT to use today. But it is fortunate that the AI is not there yet. Because what we want from AI is we want conditional automation, that is level 3 automation. We don't want a high grade of automation or full automation. This has been likened to a self-driving car. We don't want a car which doesn't take any human input and which goes and does its own thing and crashes into everything right, left, and center. So we don't want sentient technology which thinks for itself. We want something that enables us to do our task in a synergistic manner. So this is a slide that I've taken from this presentation, from this paper from Eric Topol. Eric Topol is a physician who's written extensively on the use of AI in medicine, and he's even published a book by the name of Deep Medicine, How AI Can Make Healthcare Human Again. Because one of the limitations of current healthcare is we have been overwhelmed. So much so that there is no scope for, we have created a lot of data, but there is no scope for the humans to interpret that data. And we have to fall back to AI and machines to interpret and make more meaning of that data for us. We are overwhelmed and we are not able to deliver. Perhaps India is fine. And I take that with huge pride. But if you are to look at the Western healthcare systems, the waits, the physician-patient disconnect is tremendous. You have to wait for months for getting a scan. And so the point being that our healthcare systems are already overwhelmed and we need to now fall back to on AI and learn to work in a synergistic manner. This is again a slide taken from Topol's paper. This is a paper published in Nature Medicine, and it shows that how AI is working right from embryo selection for IVF to assisted living and predicting death in hospital. So right from womb to tomb. So if we are to look at the IVF timeline, we have been very quick to adopt ICSI and PGT in the early 90s, 1992. Then things that revolutionized the reproductive medicine was vitrification and blastocyst culture. Some new technologies came in, TLM perhaps didn't cut it. Electronic witnessing is something that we are imbibing, and since it's beneficial and there are no drawbacks to it, we have incorporated. But the next 5-10 years are going to be all looking into automation and AI, and we have to be ready. If I were to talk to a embryologist from 2008-9 and tell them that vitrification is going to be the game changer, you will be doing 90% vitrified warm cycles, they wouldn't believe it because they were struggling with slow freezing and their cryo survival was 50-60%. They would never fathom that vitrification would be such a game changer. Similarly, I have tremendous respect and huge expectations out of AI and automation. So what do I want from AI automation? We want increased productivity, increased quality or predictability of quality. That means repetitiveness. Doel brought that out, that the machines, they don't get fatigued and they don't lose their objectivity. So by the time they're injecting the 100th oocyte, they're not fatigued, and it's not there's no disparity between the first and last patient. That means improve robustness for the product. Reduce human labor costs and expenses, especially for EMR and telemedicine and the medical transcription, and reproducibility. So for AI to do that, we have to look at tools that have to be non-invasive, they have to be objective and reproducible. And this is true for any technology that you want to incorporate, either in embryology lab or any lab. It has to be rapid, easy to use routinely, cost effective, and it should not raise any ethical questions. We have a lot of candidates for machine learning. If we look at both clinical and embryology and reproductive medicine, right from the prediction of treatment outcome, right from the first consultation, the patient comes to you, are you able to predict based on various phenotypic and biochemical markers? Follicular monitoring, prediction of yield of mature oocytes, prediction of OHSS, prediction of what trigger would be the best for the patient depending on the number of follicles and the E2 levels and other hormonal parameters. Then AI is a fantastic tool. It is an emerging fantastic tool for facial matching of gamete donors and recipients. It will take out all the guesswork, and I think it will be, I'm always out there to save my skin. So whether it is electronic witnessing or AI facial matching, these are going to make our workflow more robust, in the sense that we are taking out the human element from the guesswork out from the decision making. That doesn't mean that we are not liable for the decisions taken in synergy with AI, and I'll come to that as well. Uterine receptivity assessment, laboratory performance, gamete assessment, whether it is oocyte, sperm, or embryo. So we have, again, this is just a graphical representation of wherein AI comes in at various time periods during the stimulation, during the pickup, during embryo culture, transfer, and luteal support. And a lot of this has already been a reality. For example, if I were to throw an example, Stim Assist is a AI-based software which will forecast how many M2s you will retrieve based on what starting dose of FSH or HMG. And it will also give you an estimate of the cost of treatment. Sorry, I'll just admit some patients. And it will show you how your treatment would yield different number of oocytes based on your starting FSH dose. And how it works is it collates data based on the age, BMI, AMH, and AFC. And then it is looking at least 100 similar patients who have had the same dose started for that particular age and that particular AMH, BMI, and AFC. And as we have actual data to show that for this particular dose, for similar subset of patients, you have these many M2s retrieved. So you can go on to select this idle trigger day. You can also, based on the initial day 2 and day 6 scan, go on to have a cycle duration forecast and the trigger decision dashboard. This is very important for the clinicians because a day here and there might do things different. We are, as embryologists, wanting more and more oocytes, more M2s. So if I were to trigger a patient today, I'll perhaps get 10, tomorrow 12, and day after tomorrow doesn't make a difference. So between today and tomorrow, it's a lot of difference. So this guesswork again out of decision making is taken out. Similarly, embryo assist, you are having embryo morphology coming from your light microscopy images, and you can rank the embryos, and then you can have a prediction with regards to implantation potential. And this is coming from deep learning, where you have various platforms, whether it is the Life Whisperer or the Erica, wherein you are comparing with embryos with non-implantation data or embryos with euploidy status. These things are already in vogue and already there. You can have meaningful insights from your lab, and you can monitor your lab KPIs, whether it's the fertilization rates, XC degeneration rates, blastulation rates, and you can do that for various operators. So if we are to look at the use of AI in embryology lab, it can be for the automation of the sperm selection. Oocyte, you cannot select oocytes. I'll come to that as well, because you have to work with whatever mature oocyte you get. But I'll come to that, you can perhaps have a prediction regarding fertilization and blastulation potential. Similarly, embryo grading, embryo ranking, prediction of euploidy, and lab management. So if I have to talk about oocyte selection, again, we have raw data in form of images. You can upload it on a cloud-based portal. It is available by a company called Trio, and the software is by the name of Violet. The argument is, how does it help? We have to see whatever oocytes we have, but the counter argument, it is very important for patients who are undergoing social freezing. So you'll have an estimate regarding what fertilization potential of that particular oocyte and what blastulation potential of that oocyte you are looking at. And you will be able to guide the patient whether she requires more stimulations, more retrievals, and more oocyte bankings to have a realistic chance at pregnancy in the future. So this is arrived based on this prediction. But again, data set and deep learning is based on two premises: that you need to have a good data set, good in the sense that numbers should be large, and second, the data set should be clean. So perhaps what we are trying to infer from a given data set may not be applicable for a given lab. You may not have the same numbers with regards to fertilization and blastulation for that particular oocyte if you're not reaching your KPIs. This is for well-performing labs, and you can only compare the numbers and extrapolate them to your clinic if you are a good performing lab. Similarly, sperm selection, we are depending on various sorting methods, but again, it's guesswork, and eventually the call to pick up that sperm during XC is taken by the operator. So now we have something wherein you have a live sperm selection method, wherein when you place the sperms in the PVP, you can have an automated grading of the sperms and ranking again and prioritization, and you can pick up with regards to which sperm is the best suited with regards to morphology, fertilization potential, and outcome. The holy grail of embryo selection, morphology, it is still the gold standard. Time lapse has not been able to supersede it because it is non-invasive. It is not objective by any means. We'll have a lot of user variability, so it's not reproducible. It's rapid and easy to use and cost effective, and that's why we are sticking to it. But in the future and in the current scenario as well, we have softwares wherein you can have click and drag image prioritization based on softwares like Life Whisperer or Erica, which are comparing the images. And they are these AI-based softwares are looking at things very differently. We look at expansion, trophectoderm, number of cells, ICM. These look at things differently: pixel densities, sectorial analysis, and the things that they are able to extract from the an image is very different from what we are looking at. So we call this as the black box of AI, and we really don't know what data the AI is extracting to arrive at an outcome. So this is one thing that is available for AI-enabled embryo ranking. Another software tool that is available is Erica. Erica is again comparing data with regards to euploid, known euploid embryo status. There are some skepticism. I mean, people are still grappling with the prospects of losing their jobs or automation of processes like perhaps things like robotic XC or vitrifications. But we need to be again mindful that AI is not going to replace any of this, because it is not knowledge. It's just not knowledge and just not data. It's or a compilation of information. Embryology and reproductive medicine involves a lot of dexterity as well. So our jobs are not going anywhere. If anything, we are just going to be sitting on top of all these AI-based platforms and dictating what we want from them. So in the context of time, I wanted to I haven't touched upon a lot of things because I knew that time wouldn't allow me being the last presenter and us being very close to our dinners. So I again asked AI. I wanted a summary for this presentation. I went to this site called InVideo AI. This is the only prompt that I fed in. I want a summary video for a presentation on artificial intelligence in reproductive medicine. 84 alphabets out of the 3,600 available on this free platform. And within 5 minutes, I had this.
Be the key to unlocking new frontiers in reproductive medicine? A question that might once have sounded like science fiction is now a reality we cannot afford to ignore. Consider the case of a renowned fertility clinic in Boston, Massachusetts. In 2022, the clinic began using an AI system to analyze embryos for in vitro fertilization, or IVF. The AI system, trained on thousands of images of embryos, was capable of identifying those with the greatest likelihood of leading to a successful pregnancy. Traditionally, embryologists would have to manually assess each embryo under a microscope, a process that is both time-consuming and subject to human error. But with the introduction of AI, this process was streamlined, not only improving the success rate of IVF procedures, but also saving valuable time. The results were nothing short of remarkable. The AI system was able to predict the success of an embryo implantation with an accuracy of 90%, outperforming even the most experienced embryologists. The implementation of AI in this clinic led to a 25% increase in successful pregnancies via IVF, proving the immense potential of AI in reproductive medicine. This is just one example of the transformative power of AI in reproductive medicine. Artificial intelligence is being leveraged in various other aspects, including the diagnosis of fertility issues, predicting the success of fertility treatments, and even in prenatal testing. To summarize, the use of AI in reproductive medicine is no longer a concept of the future, but a reality of the present. From improving the success rate of IVF procedures to revolutionizing the field of reproductive medicine, the case of the Boston Fertility Clinic serves as a testament to the potential of AI in this field. By analyzing thousands of embryo images, the AI system was able to accurately predict the success of an embryo implantation, leading to a significant increase in successful pregnancies. But as with any technology, it's crucial to approach with caution. Ethical considerations, accuracy of predictions, and patient confidentiality are all areas that require careful consideration as we continue to explore the potential of AI in reproductive medicine. The future of reproductive medicine is here, and it is intertwined with the power of artificial intelligence. The possibilities are as vast as they are exciting, and every breakthrough brings us one step closer to understanding the complex world of human reproduction. So here's a thought to ponder. In a world where artificial intelligence can predict the success of a pregnancy, what other frontiers could we conquer next?
So I couldn't have put this any better myself. And this was just a one-line prompt on the first Google result that came up, which was like unpaid, a free text to video tool in video AI. So I think the potential is huge, and with that, I'd like to end my presentation.
Could artificial
Sorry.
could
Yeah.
We hope to bring you more useful content in our series of webinars on how to use AI to make your day-to-day clinical, laboratory, and academic workflow more efficient.
So if a novice like me can do this, and it is so immersive, I'm pretty sure that the youngsters and everybody else can exploit this to the fullest, whether it is content generation, patient lead generation. I think that that is one of the things that entices us the most. And be able to juggle between your professional and academic pursuits. AI is going to be a fantastic tool. So with that, I'd like to end the presentation and the webinar for today, and thank the chairpersons. I'll stop the share and have any questions and have the expert comments from the chairpersons, and then Dr. Ved Prakash, who's been kind enough to stick till the end of this webinar. I know it is very close to our dinner, and to have Dr. Ved Prakash overseeing everything, it is indeed my honor. Thank you, sir.
My God, thank you. Is there any questions? I think all the presentation was excellent, and I learned a lot of things from you people. You are doing excellent work. And of course, Dr. Dhaval shows us so many tools, and I click each and every tools, pictures. I took all the pictures of that things. I don't know, I will
I'm
be
sure
able to
Ved sir is
get
not
this
going to sleep for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry?
sure you're not going to sleep for a couple of days.
Yeah, you are right. Yesterday I was slept at 4 a.m. So, but it was wonderful, and I learned a lot of things, and definitely it will improve our practice also. It will help us and guide us how we can improve our presentation and everything, even research paper, as Dr. Dhaval said. And if there is no question, we can come to end, and we can. Yeah, please. Deol, क्या बोला तुमने?
मैंने बोला if there are no questions, we can all go have dinner.
Yeah, yes. So thank you each and everyone, our president sir, and Dr. Sweta, and all our experts, our chairpersons, and our speakers, Doel and Pranay. And thanks to Doel and Pranay for making this wonderful platform and available this kind of information for all the embryologists. Thank you so much. Thank you each and everyone. And thanks to technical team also. Thanks.
Bravo, Pranay and Doel. You did a wonderful job. Perfectly awesome. It's a kind of driven us towards this AI thing. Now, the kind of creating a visual platform that's, yes, everything is going by AI and nicely, done. And I think Dhaval ka presentation about the PPT is really awesome. Dhaval, personally, we need it, I think. Thank you so much, guys, for the wonderful
Next time किसी ने खराब PPT बनाई ना तो देख लेना.
I'm going to take tutorials from you. Don't worry.
Yeah, this was kind of a trailer for us, and अभी picture बाकी है, waiting.
I think
picture देखने के लिए हम तैयार हैं.
Pratik is we are unable to unmute him. Can somebody unmute him, Pratik?
No, he has himself muted himself. Pratik, mute पे हो तुम.
Yeah, sorry. I think because I had to rejoin the meeting, I was unable to access the button. But yeah, one thing I would like to add is that why there's a lot of skepticism around AI is because people are afraid of using it because it's not validated. But my point is that the more you use it, the more it'll improve. If you just stop at the situation where it is right now, it'll just become another add-on in the great list of add-ons that we already have. So use it, make it better. That's the only way we'll move ahead. Because even in all the cars, Tesla was using an AI system in the beginning. They had a few accidents. They didn't stop. They kept using it. And now almost every car from Hyundai, Kia, every car has an ADAS system now installed. So that should be a lesson for us.
I think that is the purpose of this webinar, just to make everybody aware of the things so that we can have a good database so that we can predict a lot of things which are kind of in a midway and we are not completely accepting to the new technologies.
Yeah, because the holy grail is that like we talk about evidence-based medicine, right? So we need to validate our own like tools. Then only we can use it regularly. Unless and until we start using them, I think they don't get validated, and there's no point having them in future, right?
Yeah, that is the point. I mean, the two things that I emphasized, machine learning based on a data set which has extensive data in it. So you need to have thousands and thousands of whatever, embryo images, sperm images, outcomes, known implantation data, priority status, whatever, and clean data. It cannot be unclean. So you need to use it repetitively. You cannot have a system based on 100 outcomes or 1,000 outcomes. So you're very right that we need, and Pratik is very right that we need to not give up on it. In the sense that I'll be very honest, when we talk about time lapse, it's something that we, without having jumped into it, having adopted it in India at least, have given up on it. But it is still something that the people in the Western world have adopted in their routine workflow because their primary outcome measures what they desire out of a time lapse is very different from what they started with by births. They now use it as a, so yeah, they have not given up on it, and they, when you talk to them, they foresee tremendous use for use of time lapse with regards to how we would be doing our lab work in the future.
Also, I think especially with AI systems, we really need a lot of Indian data because we know that ethnicity plays a huge role. And right now, from all the multiple softwares that we have, all the data implemented in it is all from European or the American countries. So we would need something where we have our own Indian data because it would affect the outcomes for us.
Yeah, and moreover, see,
Also, I think that there are a lot of systems are available, but again, अपने लिए सबसे बड़ा challenge is what that the cost. Cost is the biggest challenge to do all the research work and everything. I think there are a lot of even Indian companies. I'm sure you all are aware. A lot of Indian companies are coming into this. I think we all should support them, and we should work closely with them to develop our own system. That will reduce the cost for us.
Yeah. And one more important thing, what I learned today in today's webinar is like, instead of, depending on the conventional methods of Google and gathering data, I think we should start using this Read GPT, Edit GPT, and stuff like that, so that we can be like data will be more authentic.
Right.
Wonderful workshop, Dr. Pranay, Doel. Amazing.
Thanks for having us. Really, thanks for having us.
And Ram, you are always showing off with your scrubs even at 9 p.m.
The day has just started for him, Doel. You have no idea. He has data right now, and then he'll fly back to wherever. So, yes, AI is not taking over his job any day.
Yeah, that's what I came on camera just to show that AI is not gonna take us. So our job will be secure and will be safe.
And I called your name in the beginning of the session when Dr. Talwar said, choose someone for just to volunteer. I said, Ram.
It was a very apt, you chose a very apt candidate because his question was related to RAM. And who better Ram? So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being with us. And especially a big shout out to Doel for supporting me throughout this webinar. I took it for granted that this task has been delegated to me, so she would be there no matter what. And she was. I know for a fact that this is a topic very close to her heart, so I was able to rope her in. But had it been anything else, at any hour of the day, I would have blindly chosen, called her, and known that she would be there. So thank you, Doel, for that. Again, I would like to thank IFS for giving us this wonderful opportunity to talk about something that we are not comfortable talking about. Had it been anything else, ICSI, micromanipulation, vitrification, RAM is your embryo biopsy, I can say. So we would have swung it in the sense that dekh lenge, webinar hai, ho jayega. This is something that we also don't know much about. So we have to engage ourselves and immerse, take a deep dive in it so as to make this series of webinars more meaningful for everybody. So it's going to be a ever learning, engaging process for all of us. Hope to keep up with it 3 weekly. And thank you again. Thank you, IFS, Dr. Talwar, Dr. Shweta ma'am, for giving us this opportunity. With that, I'd like to again thank my co-coordinator, my chairpersons, Dr. Ved Prakash sir, for staying back, and hope to have all of you again for this series of webinars. Thank you, audience, for staying behind till the end of 8:50, 8:55, and have a great day ahead, whatever is left of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.